Well, I'm going to talk about something very American, and you may not accept it. My experience, voting doesn't really help the poor people. The people who really need help and are poor, they don't get help from their vote. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't vote. I still vote. But look at it, really look at it. Most things that are done through legislatures are concerned about the vast majority of people, which happen to be middle class and higher. Oh, there's a lot of talk, but really solutions don't come there. And we learn that we'll continue to vote and get people to vote, but really, there's another place we can vote and be extremely successful, and that's the marketplace. You see, one of the great issues in our country is that the American public, you and I included, we want things fast. We want things to happen without too much work. That's why instant coffee is so popular. And it doesn't work that way. In real life, it doesn't work that way. Meaningful change takes a lot of struggle, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. That's what happens. Look at the struggles that really have really done something in this world. Look how long it takes them. It doesn't happen by especially through rhetoric. It doesn't happen. It happens when people get out there, roll up their sleeves, and actually get the work done. And so we say, why go to the politicians? Why not go directly and go to the marketplace where you can put direct pressure on those corporations that can find a solution for you? We recommend that. And we live long enough to know that it works. You see, we hear that the old cliche that politics makes strange bedfellows. Boycotts make stranger bedfellows still. Because we live in a very capitalistic society, because of that, the boycotts are even better to work. It's easier to work here. When we start boycotting grapes, the brokers are constantly trying to get the growers to let them buy the grapes on consignment, ship them to me. When they get to Boston, to New York, I'll pay you the going rate, and I'll pay you 60 or 90 days later. And the grower said, no, I want FOB. Pay me. If I ship you a car lot, pay me right now. And that argument is going all the time. The brokers don't really want us. They don't like us. But when we start boycotting, they're very quickly to use the boycott as a leverage against the growers to get the growers to sell them the grapes on consignment because they'll make more money. And when that happens, the growers have lost something, and that's happening already because of our boycott. We've been at growers' offices when they get a call from a buyer in New York, and he tells the grower, oh, I can't buy your grapes, I can't pay a penny from them, they won't sell. These farm workers are picketing everywhere in New York. They've got thousands of pickets. We had about 40 pickets to tell the grower, we can't buy the grapes. That's how it works. Because at the other end, the supermarkets want to get the grapes as cheap as they can to sell them. The brokers do too. And we don't mind at that point that they get them as cheap as they can because they'll help us. And you see also the consumers buy fruits in this order. Bananas first, apples second, oranges third, and grapes fourth. And they're all interrelated. Look at what happens when the price of grapes go down because of the boycott. Bananas and apples and oranges also come down because they don't want to lose the customers. And so the grower, after the boycott starts and the grower begins to lower, the grocery store lowers the price of grapes because they're getting grapes cheaper as a lead. It doesn't last long because then the bananas come and the grapes and the oranges and the apples, they also want their prices down because they don't want to lose the customers to cheap grapes. And it works. It's not a very scientific fact. This is how things work. And so we can learn a lot from Dr. King and from Gandhi. You know, on the bus boycott, there was no way in the world that those blacks could have ever won it politically. They couldn't. Politically, they didn't have any power. And they came up with the idea of the boycott. And the boycott began to work. Boycott is tremendous, tremendous leverage. The boycott is an idea. It's not a picket line or lead. It's an idea that spreads. Pardon the expression, it spreads through the grapevine. But it does spread. We don't know how it happens. The definitive study of a boycott has never been made. And we're waiting for somebody in one year like you to come and do the definitive study, find exactly what happens in a boycott. We've been boycotting for 29 years, and we know from experience, we can tell when boycotts are working, what stage, those things, but only from intuition, only from experience, but not really because of facts. The boycotts are Gandhi's boycotts. Some were tremendous, some were strokes of geniuses. And liberated the whole country without war. We dismiss it because people were, there wasn't a shooting war, so that's not important. But we should reflect on those instances when things were done without a shooting war. Those are important things to reflect on, understand, and appreciate, and try to replicate. The other thing boycotts do is that it saves you the consumer money. The important thing is, you see, we've been around, we travel more extensively than any presidential candidate in this country. We've been doing it for 42 years. They only do it for 2 seasons at the most, right? We're going up and down, this up and down, with everywhere. And we think we have a good idea of the American consumer. We know that the American consumer wants fairness. We know that. Whatever they say, whatever they do, yet in their heart, they want to be fair. We want to be fair in this country. That's kind of the idea. But we also want to be told what to do because, you see, in most cases, we're never told what to do. It's very difficult to come and join a struggle because there's no clear-cut, immediate thing you can do. In our case, we learned that. And we make it very simple for you. Just boycott anything looks like great. You don't have to go to meetings, to rallies, even spend money, even not miss a step from your schedule and still be helpful. Isn't that great? That's how it works. And then be patient because it works. And we got these guys in the run. It's going to work again. It's worked for us many times. We beat them twice, and we'll beat them again the third time because now we have 3 generations of great boycotters in the United States. Boycotting grace is now Americana.